You know, tonight, millions of people are going to press play on a sleep hypnosis video, hoping it'll help them rest, or maybe build a little confidence. But have you ever wondered how it actually works? Well, today, we're pulling back the curtain. We're going to unlock the script and show you the hidden psychology behind that soothing voice. So, what is really going on when you listen to one of these things? It can definitely feel like magic, right? But behind that calm voice, there's a super precise architecture of psychological techniques. So what are those techniques, and how do they manage to systematically guide your mind from a state of worry to one of peaceful change?
The best way to think about a script like this is not as a story, but as a blueprint. Yeah, a blueprint. Its entire job is to guide you on a very specific journey, from the active, analytical part of your conscious mind to the quiet, super receptive world of your subconscious. Every single word is a deliberate step on that path.
See, this whole process is targeting two very different parts of your mind. You've got your conscious gatekeeper. That's the part of you that's analyzing my words right now, maybe making a mental to-do list. The script's first job is to gently distract that gatekeeper so it can talk directly to your subconscious, the creative, imaginative part of you that's way more open to suggestion and change. Okay, so the whole process kicks off with something called the induction. And the goal here is actually pretty simple. Just to shift your focus, get you to stop thinking about the outside world and turn all your attention inward, onto your own body and what it's feeling. Now, this guide uses a classic 3-part playbook. It starts with a body scan, relaxing you from your head all the way down to your toes. Then it uses something called eye fixation to really zero in your attention on the muscles around your eyes. And finally, it brings in a technique called fractionation, which is just a fancy word for a process of opening and closing your eyes to get more and more relaxed. We're about to see that in action. Listen to how clever the language is here. The script doesn't order you cannot open your eyes. No, instead, it just suggests you're simply too relaxed to be bothered. This kind of permissive phrasing is genius because it just slides right past any resistance and creates this powerful feedback loop. You feel relaxed, so you accept the suggestion, and accepting it makes you even more relaxed. It's brilliant. So once that initial state of relaxation is locked in, the script kicks into its next phase, going deeper. The whole goal now is to intensify this calm, receptive state by using a whole lot of repetition and layering suggestions on top of each other. And here it is. This is the core engine of the whole deepening process. The guide asks you to open and close your eyes, and every single time they close, you're told to double your relaxation. It sounds so simple, but this is an incredibly powerful psychological tool at work. This technique is known as compounding, and a great way to think about it is like stacking building blocks. Each time you accept that suggestion to double your relaxation, you create a new, deeper baseline of calm. The next suggestion then builds on that one, creating this powerful, accelerating spiral down into total relaxation. And to really enhance this, the guide adds another classic tool, a countdown. By having you count backward from 100, it gives your busy, analytical mind a simple, honestly kind of boring task to do. This is so effective at occupying that gatekeeper we talked about, which lets the rest of your mind just drift even deeper. Okay, so all that was the setup. The groundwork has been laid, right? The conscious mind is busy counting, and the subconscious is wide open and receptive. Now comes the part the entire session has been building towards, delivering the core messages of positive change. And just look at how direct and powerful these suggestions are. They're not phrased as hopes or wishes. They're stated as facts happening right now. You are gaining confidence. And because that critical, conscious mind is otherwise occupied, these affirmations can just sink directly into the subconscious, completely bypassing all the usual filters of doubt and self-criticism. Direct commands are definitely powerful, but to make them really stick, the guide now pulls out another tool, guided imagery. By painting these vivid mental pictures, it anchors the new ideas in your imagination, making them feel so much more personal and real. So first, the narration takes you to a peaceful forest. Now, the choice of a forest is not random at all. It's a carefully picked environment meant to trigger deep feelings of safety and calm. This creates a mental safe space, making you even more receptive to the positive messages that are about to come. This is maybe the most powerful metaphor in the entire session. It takes the really abstract idea of letting go of worries and turns it into a concrete, physical action you can do in your mind. By mentally writing a thought on a leaf and then watching it float away, you're giving your mind a tangible ritual for release. It's a game changer. So what we've really uncovered here isn't just a bedtime story.
It's a systematic process that uses a full toolkit of psychological techniques. Let's do a quick recap of the main tools in that kit.
So the whole journey started with techniques like eye fixation and fractionation, just using that simple act of opening and closing the eyes to get things going. Then, that state was deepened through compounding, layering those double your relaxation suggestions. Once the mind was ready, the script delivered those direct suggestions for change, beefed them up with guided imagery like the safe forest, and finally gave us a tool for metaphorical release with that river of sleep.
So, at the end of the day, this really isn't about magic words or losing control of your mind. It's a structured, deliberate use of language that's designed for one single purpose: to guide your focus, quiet that analytical mind, and open a direct line to your subconscious. It's really just a formula that helps you tap into your own powerful, natural ability to relax and change. Understanding these techniques doesn't just demystify the whole process. It shows you the incredible power of your own focused intention. And it leaves us with a really fascinating question. If this is what's possible with a guided script, what could you achieve if you learned how to consciously direct your own subconscious mind? Thanks for tuning in.